Hello folks, Jolt here with a bit of an update, just to fill you on what I've been up to. I had to take a slight pause for a painting project, one that was admittedly already a few months late. This little frog statue here was needing some paint, especially after years of being eroded under the rain. Essentially you have 3 frogs, one sitting under a mushroom, one sitting on top, and a third one on the back. Now I didn't take a picture of the back of this thing unpainted because it was almost completely gone. Almost all the details had been eroded away. So the back is where I started. I started off with a base layer of orange for the mushroom, just to kind of help carve out all the details as much as I could find. And the rest was just kind of trying to figure out what was what. Now keep in mind I use enamel paint, basically because it is dishwasher safe when cured. This kind of paint I have personally witnessed can withstand your average rainstorm. Next I started working on a kind of a base coat for each frog, each one in yellow. They're going to be green later on, but if you thin the paint out, the bottom layer will give you a better effect than if you were just mixing paint. Sometimes mixing is better, sometimes layering is better. It depends on what you're going for. Now I'm assuming what's on top is another frog, but it can also be a flower or even a snail for all I know. I decided to play it safe and try to keep it frog-like as possible. I try to keep each section of paint as clean as possible, but at the very least I can clean them up later if I need to. Now at this point I've done 2 layers of yellow, 2 layers of orange, and I've started the first layer of white for the mushroom gills. You'll also notice that on the bottom right, I've started on the green for the plant life. On the back here I've started on the green and brown for the cattails, also giving this frog some semblance of a banjo, because who doesn't love Kermit? So we've got another coat of orange just to kind of help clean up with the white gills. Some more yellow to, again, clean up the edges. Also some white on the bottom, and we're starting on the flowers. And on the back, again, we have more cleaning up. The bottom here I've decided to have like a little pond scene, so giant mushroom hanging over the back of a pond or puddle. And it's here where I figured out there was a, I think, flower, could have been a frog, as well as a blooming lily pad. And here's where we start adding some of the green. Again, try to keep it thin so some of the yellow shines through. Makes it a little bit more vibrant. Tracing out the legs and arms for the big frog, and trying to figure out what to do with the little one. And we're starting on the first coat of red for the actual shape of the edge of the mushroom. And on the back, we can see the red kind of bleeds into the orange, giving Banjo Frog a pseudo sunset. Of course, I realized a bit too late that the pseudo sun is not centered to the rest of the mushroom, but we're just going to have to live with that for now. I also tried to add in a little fish under the water on the bottom there. That did not turn out well at all, but at least the outlining for the plants turned out well enough. And finally we have the eyes, which 2 mistakes with the eyes. First off, the big frog, I'm pretty sure its eyes are supposed to be closed, but I painted brown eyes anyways, and I should have made the pupils larger. The smaller pupils kind of give it a more slightly menacing look. Add some brown for the ground, clean up the flowers and everything else. I did add some darker green to the more, I guess, muscular parts of the frog, mainly the cheeks, the nose, and the legs. Then kind of blend up the red and orange a little better, separate the yellow with the frog, and again, just a little more cleanup. And lastly, about 4 coats of clear coat. I have matte and glossy. If it's supposed to be mostly glossy, I'll start with the matte, do the whole thing in that, then a coat of glossy, then another coat of matte, and then a final coat of glossy. And then I'll go back in with the matte for anything that's not supposed to be glossy. And of course, if it's not supposed to be gloss, then I do the exact opposite. Start with gloss, so I end with matte. Again, the paint that I use is supposed to be dishwasher safe, semi-outdoor paint, but a little extra protection doesn't hurt, and being able to touch up what's supposed to shine and what's not also helps make the whole thing look a little better. And so that's what I've been working on. I do have another painting project lined up. It has to be done before Christmas, but this is also something I've wanted to do for this channel. I've got a ton of D&D minis that need painted, and I would like to do that here on this channel. I doubt I can match, Bob Ross levels of quality, but I could be worse. I'm no expert, but I can at least help teach other beginners. So I thank folks for watching. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe and click the bell if you'd like to see more, and I'll see you folks next time.